Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonard of Capri. This is making me think of a song, and I'm going to put it on and have you take a listen, and then I'm going to go back to this. Oh, and for those of you who will know what I'm about to say, get ready. Heartbeats by The Knife. Kitty is under the blanket, resting. This is the Leo video. Oh my God. Okay. I don't hear. That's the sound he makes. So I think that whoever knows this song, okay, we're gonna get back to the mood that we had, but that's the song. Okay, and it's also a song by The Knife, and usually knives are talking about Ace of Swords energy, detachment, or cutting, that type of thing. But that song, you know. I am using 3 decks tonight, and the first one is the Threads of Fate Oracle Rose Gold Edition, and the second one is the Tarot of the Divine Masculine. The third is the Moonology Oracle deck, and I am going to shuffle all of them on cam. And cut them, because usually, you know, when I'm just going through all 12 signs, depending on if the videos are going to be a minute, or if they're going to be between a minute and 5, or if they're going to all be 5 minutes, or all 10, or all 15, that determines like how I set the cards up to read them in order, or if I just reshuffle every time, because sometimes I'll be like, the first 12 cards are going to be, you know, every sign, but not always, you know, because if I want to go a little bit deeper and have everybody have like their own like sort of reading, then, you know, it's going to be different. But, you know, for those quick reads, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, bing, bang, bong. I changed that, but that is like, what is that song? Ding, dang, dong. I forget. Who watches Drag Race UK? Some of those boys are good. But they're so young. I'm like, no, honey. I want a man. Which is crazy because I am I'm around the age that my first boyfriend was in New York City when I started dating him. And I was like 20. I could not imagine myself dating someone today who is as young as I was then. Bitch, what does this say about my... Just kidding. I was with him for like 10 motherfucking years. Ba-dum. Let's see what's going on with your chords. Says I. Down, 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 down. No jumpers for you. Easy peasy. Fasheezy. I spoke too soon. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. The answers you need are coming. You and your loved ones are safe. Step out of your comfort zone. Don't let pride get in your way was pretty obvious. So I'm putting them back together, and now that I have shuffled them, you know, I said, oh, you didn't get any ones that flew out, and they did, but I'm still I put them back in, and I'm cutting it, and whatever comes on top is going to be that one. Okay, let's see. What we got going on for you? Underworld. It's giving me Pluto energy. It's giving me to hell and back. It's giving me, yeah. It's giving me to hell and back, child. You'd have been there. But it's also giving me underneath the surface what's going on. You know, having to uncover something that wasn't necessarily, yeah, having to uncover something that was hidden and dark. I don't want to say that, but having to uncover something that was hidden or dark, and you know, whatever you're uncovering may not be something outside of you, it's inside of you, it's internal, right? It's in your mind, it's in your energy, or was, and it was something that was charged, as in like energetically. So the experience could have been energetically charged. This deep dive into the, I don't know, unknown. And a lot of the times, the underworld has to do with dreams. It has to do with depth of spirituality to the point of just being able to interpret symbols, and signs in passing that have to do with the struggle that you might be experiencing. There's no telling where we're going, but the river keeps on flowing. I don't know that song, but you know Willy Wonka in that scene when they were like, oh my God, it's all of a sudden got really dark and all of a sudden got really scary, and now we have to get through this, but all I want to do is turn back, but if I turn back, I'm gonna have to, there is no turning back. And the beat switches. It changed. There is no turning back, because if you turn back, you're just experiencing something that you've already experienced. You want to put it on rewind? Do you really want to go back in time? Time. No, you don't. So you've got to go through something with this underworld call. It's very much like Hades and Persephone. They both had to experience it. Isn't that crazy? But this has to do with doing your inner work, your transformative work, even if it has to do with rituals for yourself, though. This isn't about having anything from anybody. You know, the underworld definitely has a lot to do with that energy of Hades and something that is ultimate or something that is destined or fated, you know, to happen ultimately. Okay? And this card comes up because it talks about courage too, the courage to face something alone. And the underworld is something that you're facing alone. Nobody's like, let's go down there together, child. No. Four of Swords. Yeah. Definitely facing something on your own, right? Because this is Jupiter in Libra. Jupiter in Libra is like forming your own strong understanding of who you are so that you are not having to, you know, lead for other people, and also not fighting anyone's battles. And no one is fighting your battles, and you're not fighting anyone's battles, right? That type of thing. And it's also saying pick your battles with the Four of Swords here, because this person is half dressed in their armor. So this is also talking about like knowing that you are safe and secure even without being out and having all of these things happen and all of these experiences. This is also saying that you've been through a lot with the relationships, and it's now time to kind of like rest. It's time to you know, yeah, you're also kind of like drinking to forget about your problems here and there. Not a lot. It's just kind of like it's 4 o'clock, and that's usually when happy hours start. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. Anyway, no big deal. But yeah, you know, take off some of that armor. Take off some of that, you know, weight, mental weight, okay? The stress is weighing on you, and it's unnecessary. There's a crane in the photo. That's talking about the beauty of spiritual balance. It's also very much like an individual type of bird. You never see like a bunch of cranes. I don't know, I have to look that up. But I've never seen like a bunch of cranes. And cranes have to do with beauty and being different, right? Individuality, unique. So remembering that you are unique and you don't have to change for your relationships, and you also don't have to try to, you know, you can take off the armor. You don't have to protect yourself from anything. I mean, you do, but what I mean by that is that like you don't have to be so guarded, if that makes sense. And it's not expecting the worst, because we're not putting ourselves, we're not even in a position where we need to be worried here with the Four of Swords. So it's saying you don't need to be. You're not even seeking or searching for answers or anything, because all of the answers that you need lie within you. Let me pick up this other card. Work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. It's coming up in about a month, in about 3 weeks. So we're doing that. And that has to do with your 4th house, you know, which is how you feel about who you are and what you're going through, right? And the curse of being able to feel, okay? And you got the underworld, and you got working through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. The underworld, that's what we do. We work through our fears alone, you know, because we're the only ones who are afraid of it. And that means that we're only afraid of ourselves. Don't be afraid of yourself. Bye.